fucking coach.
I know. Now, the NBA season obviously is over. Now we're talking about the trade. All the transactions have started. July 10th has passed. People are making major transactions, and there's some major players, there's some new hirings, and there's some people that are obviously unhappy because they've been cut and said, get the fuck out of town. What the fuck is that? Oh, anyway.
Vikings.
One of the things, let's start off with the Lakers, okay, since that's ahead on our notes. It's not much to talk about the Lakers. They are in shambles.
Wait, whoa. How can you figure there's not much to talk about the Lakers? There's a whole lot to talk about.
I was just trying to get past it because I knew you were just going to fucking get a full-fledged erection about it.
No, I don't. I feel, honestly, dude, I feel bad for somebody in your situation because you have it, and here's my looking, cheering for a two-time back-to-back champion. They've built a team. They've stuck with the team. Winning, in my opinion, cures all.
Right.
You have, in my opinion, at this stage in his career, a very selfish, cancerous type player in Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of Kobe's way or the highway.
Yeah, it is.
That's unfortunate because you get him to alienate players who all they wanted was the torch. Now, I don't, look, Dwight Howard, I wouldn't want him on my team under any circumstances.
Right.
I think he's a whiny bitch. Not a big loss.
Right.
But to amnesty, world meta peace, to not have the right pieces, and you have nothing there to attract a free agent but the area.
Yeah.
And right now with two teams playing out of the same arena, why as a free agent, let's say I'm 25 to 29, do I want to go play for the Lakers when the Clippers are fucking loading? They are loading up to win. And the Lakers are going, honestly, they're going downhill and downhill fucking like a lead balloon.
And I think a lot of it has to do with ownership. You know, I think since, you know, the passing of Jerry Buss, it's like now his son has taken over. I'd like to see Jeannie Buss run the franchise. I just think she's better at doing it. You're looking at, like one of the big things George said was that people love to come play for LA. Look at Shaq. He's in Grown Ups too. I know that sounds fucking funny, but
that put him in a perfect position to be able to pursue it.
He can do it. You can come out and say, you know what, I can play basketball for 3 or 4 years as a Los Angeles Laker and then meet agents and have a second career lined up. Like Rick Fox, like Shaquille O'Neal, like several other Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It's a lot easier to do it when you're in California than when you're in Florida. Because on your off days where you only have a couple hours, you can't fly across the country to California to meet with an agent, meet with a director. There's so many people. And if that's your goal, to be on TV or do that, that's great. Dwight Howard, that's not your goal. What I love is
his goal is to
win championships. Let me tell you how many you're going to win in Houston. None. You're not going to win one championship in Houston. Not going to happen.
No. I just, you know, the Houstons, you know, obviously they acquired Dwight Howard and stuff, but you know what, man, they still have a lot. They still have a lot of pieces to fix over there, and I just don't see it happening. You got the Thunder, who did not have Russell Westbrook, and they were looking mighty good. You still have the Spurs that you can look at their main pieces as being old, but then look at who was impressive during the playoff run this year. The young guys, you know, they're very deep. And then you got teams like the Memphis Grizzlies coming up, you know, and you know you
Do
can
they
never
have a head coach yet. That still
I think they did get a head coach, and then you got the Clippers, you know,
and then Denver. I mean, and then Golden State picks up Iguodala.
That's crazy now. So there's just a lot of new squads forming,
and that's just in the West.
That's in the West.
We haven't even come back to the East, and Monty Ellis signed with the Mavericks.
Okay.
Now, on to the East.
Now,
I would love to sit here and tell you that the Nets made the biggest splash. I really would. And most of you are going to look at me like I got 3 heads. I think the Celtics, in my opinion, made the biggest splash. And I'm not even talking about unloading their players. That's fine, whatever. It's signing of Stevens as a head coach.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's 36 years old.
The Celtics were, and where you're right, George, is the Celtics have said, you know what? We're old. We're done. We're unloading all these old players. We're starting fresh, and we're building. You know, they're starting from scratch, and that's what you need to do to build to have another run again.
What's your opinion of Kevin Garnett as a person?
Kevin Garnett as a person, I look at him as a fierce competitor. Like he's a talking trash, in your face type of guy. He likes to disrupt people's game and stuff. I don't know the man personally, but on the basketball court. If I was on the basketball court, I would love for him to be my teammate on the basketball court. That's as far as I can say, because I love the way he plays basketball. I love how he disturbs people and he gets in shit. He's disruptive and he's aggressive and he's a winner. So I like that about Kevin Garnett. I really do.
Why did I bring it up? Some of you might be asking. Kevin Garnett absolutely treated Ray Allen like he was a piece of garbage. And obviously I don't know all of the things that went into this and caused this. But
Right.
he got upset because Ray Allen didn't re-sign and stay in Boston. He goes to Miami, went to championship. To the point where Ray Allen came over to like dap him up before the game and Kevin Garnett wouldn't even look at him. But Kevin Garnett waives his no trade clause to leave Boston to get traded.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, tell me what the difference is. So, should no one on the Boston Celtics ever speak to you again because you left the guys back there high and dry?
But this
I don't get it.
This is the thing where I'm going to try. I think when you know what your organization's going to do and you know that everybody around you is going to be gone and you're going to have a
then it's okay to jump ship.
Well, I think what it's the fact that, I think he had a great rapport with Doc Rivers and Doc Rivers was gone. I think when he was not willing to move right away, Paul Pierce was saying, oh, maybe Paul Pierce will go back to LA. Maybe he'll play for the Clippers. He's thinking, okay, this whole thing is going to blow. It's going to, and he sat back and held his stance and said no trade clause. But then now all of a sudden you're looking at an organization that I think at the end of the day, Kevin Garnett is a team. He likes his family, the people around him. You saw how long he stayed in Minnesota. He likes that around him. And when he feels like management, everything is exploding, he doesn't know what's now. He's like, okay, this is no longer the same franchise. I mean, not that I'm necessarily, that's why I think he left.
So while we're there, because
he went with his teammate. He was,
How on this, the Nets understand you only play with one basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of scorers.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a head coach who's about the same age as Kevin Garnett.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he's Jason Kidd, but he's only won one championship. I don't think he's this old wise oracle of a head coach yet. He might prove me wrong. He's got 82 games to do it.
Right.
I honestly, talent alone is going to win them a lot of games, especially in the East, because it's weak. If they were out West, I'd be shocked if they went 500.
See,
just because I watched the Heat, that first year they put the big three together, they struggled.
Yeah.
This is more than three people. This is 5 gunners, dude.
But
Paul Pierce and Joe Johnson on the court at the same time?
Yeah, but
good luck.
But I'm going to tell you what, the key is to me, why I think it is that the nucleus of that team is what Jason Kidd was great at. Jason Kidd is going to be able to look at Deron Williams and be like this is how you got to play it, son.
Deron Williams better average 20 assists a game.
He will, I'm going to tell you what right now, Deron Williams, I think, will break the assist record this year. I really think that.
He should with all those motherfuckers.
And he's going to have to. I mean, he's going to have to control, he's going to have to control this and control that. But what the fuck do you do? And people coming off the bench. I think the Nets, if everything goes right, if they can play good as a team, they can give the Heat some trouble.
Oh, it'll be interesting because you're looking at Deron Williams, Joe Johnson, Brook Lopez, Andre Blatch, Andre Karolinko, Reggie Evans, Sean Livingston, Garnett, Pierce, and Jason Terry.
Yeah, they are deep as shit. Their second team is deep. I was thinking about it today. I was like, the Nets are doing all this shit. And then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, they've got 10 studs. They've got a squad and they've got one of the best point guards, and they've got veterans, people who have won NBA championships, so they know what they're doing. They've got a coach that's won an NBA championship that's kind of been battle tested. I mean, so you've got a lot of guys. Garnett, Pierce, those are attitudes.
Yeah.
You can't push those guys over. You saw what Garnett and Pierce were doing alone with everybody else, with Rondo injured and Ray Allen shipped out. They were still in there. And now you've put all this talent around them and Deron Williams.
It'll be interesting.
I think it'll be very interesting. What do you think about the Cavaliers acquiring Andrew Bynum? Okay. Now, Pat Riley's saying the Heat's not planning on using amnesty for any of their players, so you're probably going to look at the same people pretty much for the most part coming back.
Everyone's re-signed.
Everybody's re-signed.
To me, the biggest re-signing was, the guy I love the most is Chris Anderson. Now, I would love to see some of these kids come out of the summer league and help provide some depth. Because they definitely need it, and they definitely need some low post help. I don't think anyone's going to be shocked.
Right.
Now, what I want to do while we're still on that team before we get to the next thing, and that fucking trade makes no sense to me. On that last one. So let's talk about that first, then we'll get back. Pelicans traded Noel for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was the only player on the 76ers scoring, so I'm not sure what
the Sixers.
And Noel should be ready by Christmas.
It's almost like the Sixers are okay, we're fucking getting rid of it. It's like they're going to start again. I mean, it's like, I don't know, dude. that franchise has really fucking struggled, and I thought with Doug Collins being there for a while, they'd be able to turn around. And then when they got Andrew Bynum, but he just was fucked up. I mean, and now I will say this, Andrew Bynum, and I'm kind of getting off what you were talking about. It's Andrew Bynum, when he does play, and when he played with Mike Brown, who is back in Cleveland, he had his most productive year under Mike Brown.
Yeah, he was an all-star twice under Mike Brown.
He was great. And so maybe we'll see that. Andrew, maybe he has that type of rapport with Mike Brown, and Mike Brown can get him to play. And if he can, now you've got Kyrie Irving, and you've got some good pieces in Cleveland. So maybe they end up being in the playoffs. I think the Wizards will be in the playoffs. I really think that, man. I think the Wizards will be in the playoffs. I know everybody's thinking Kevin's fucking crazy, but I think the Wizards are going to be in the playoffs. I thought when all their players...
And I think next week when we film, I'll be 6'3". I think it's wishful thinking on your part, you being a hometowner. I hope the Wizards do improve, because God bless, they can't do worse.
Yeah.
What I want to get at is the summer.
Get at me, dog.
The next year. Summer, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
2 huge free agents.
Mm-hmm.
One's coming out of Miami, the other will be out of New York.
Who do you think your boy's going to end up playing with?
I don't think I don't think it's going to be Miami.
I don't think it's going to be Miami. Be honest, if you could pick...
If I could pick the team to go to...
Who are you picking besides Miami? If you had to go to any other team, honestly, be honest. If you had to go to any other team, if LeBron in 2014 has to go
we're not talking salary cap, any of that shit, just the Clippers.
The Clippers, okay.
Not even playing, because him and Chris Paul... I would love to see LeBron James play with a legitimate threat at the 1.
Right.
And I know a lot of you Cleveland. Kyrie Irving, till he plays 82 games, don't talk to me.
Kyrie Irving, let me tell you
The boy
something.
can't stay healthy.
The way the Los Angeles Lakers operate, or the Boston Celtics, because they're the 2 most winningest franchise, they both clear mad space.
He can't go to Boston.
He probably won't go to Boston, but I'm going to tell you what. I would not be surprised if they start letting the Lakers start clearing stuff up to get LeBron
and Carmelo
and Kyrie Irving.
You think Kyrie's going to fucking leave Cleveland?
Would you?
They're building a team around him. They just brought in Kripke.
There'll be a team waiting for him in LA. And if LeBron's going to LA and he's got Hollywood with him, I think that's the thing.
I would not be surprised if LeBron ends up in LA.
Yeah.
With the Lakers or the Clippers.
Mm-hmm. I don't either. I mean, because, once again, now you're thinking, okay, the last 6-7 years of your career, you're in LA, you're in Hollywood. He's rapping now, right? I'm just saying, okay? Go ahead. Since he's your boy, talk to everybody about the motherfucker's rap tape.
I can't.
Just, why can't you talk?
I haven't listened.
You just got to talk about, why can't you talk about his funky ass rap tape right now?
You have to listen to it and give it enough credit.
Because I know you haven't listened to it, because you wouldn't be hearing anything I was saying.
You want to talk about the Magna Carta?
Huh?
You want to talk about the Magna Carta? Because you know what the best part about that album is? The motherfucking commercials.
When Samsung joints. I mean,
that shit is a steaming pile.
But
you
know what's funny? A lot of people like it, because of all the collaborations. I mean, it's like BBC is cool because of Pharrell, and he's doing those collaborations with Thicke. He's doing it with Daft Punk. So everybody's into that kind of sound. Like, remember when Pharrell was doing that ding 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 ding, that Middle Eastern sound? Now he's kind of bringing back that 80s stuff, and it's good that Jay-Z attached to that for this album, because that could end up being big. BBC. A lot of people like that other track, Tom
Ford.
Tom Ford. Some people hate it, some people like it. I mean,
this guy here. So, and I've only listened to the album one time, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't given it its fair shake.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker is not good.
Jay-Z is like, you know what, man? He's in the business of this.
Oh yeah, he don't give a damn.
He don't give a shit. He's like they said, he's a trendsetter, and everybody's out there. He's in the music game. Follow suit, because he's the one that's making money.
I agree. I agree. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had to pick one rapper in the game right now that's doing anything worthwhile, that guy,
Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm. This right here. Hold on.
I want money and power, respect my mind, know it die from less shout.
That guy.
Deuces.